So I'll keep rolling with this boring story here. So, working on sort of revamping my business. I finished Obsessed Garage. Next step is figuring out where Obsessed Garage is going, and the possibility of hiring someone to help me edit videos, improve the production value, and just generally take away some of that work that I have to do, and do certainly hire someone that could do a better job than me at editing the videos and cutting a lot of the junk that I have in them. All this is happening, and then you guys noticed, if you watch the videos, I'm buying a new house. so I've been a little busier than I'm a very calculated person, and I will typically not take on too much. But this past couple of months, I've been testing out my my abilities as a human, just not get crazy. So I'll tell you that story and what's going on there and how that's going to change Obsessed Garage and change the videos and change what my plans are. So we bought this house that we're in now, which is a great house. It's awesome. We love it. It doesn't have any of my prerequisites of flat lot, no trees, giant garage. But, please don't misconstrue this as complaining. My garage is awesome. I got it all set up. And I really wanted to build this garage out to sort of learn the lessons that when I do build out a garage condo or build a bigger garage or do something else, build another house, I would know what to do right, what to do and what not to do. And so I've learned some lessons with epoxy, and pleasantly found Swiss tracks and Sabre cabinets, and it sort of changed my philosophy on how the garage will look. So we bought this house in 2012, and I outfitted the garage here in the past year or so, and when torn, there's a basement in this house that's unfinished. We only have, I don't say only, but we have two. 3 bedrooms, no specific office. You saw the tour that I put up there of the house, just so you can kind of see where we're at. Because a lot of people ask me if I would be on an episode of Hoarders someday, that the garage was just a fallacy. So I put the the virtual tour up, which is just to sort of let you guys in. I know it probably seems really conceited to do that, but whatever. I guess you got to roll with it. Some people, you don't get it, you don't get it. So we have been shopping around and trying to decide if we want to build out the basement. We'll be overbuilt for our neighborhood. Do I want to do a garage condo? I've changed my mind 57 times in the last 3 months. I have a tendency to jump into things head first. And then if it doesn't work out, I get all disappointed. So I've been trying to manage myself on that and not react too quickly, not sign a 10-year lease on a garage condo or create what I'm calling a garage condo. Or get plans to build out this house. So we're at this crossroads. And so I went house shopping and then shut that down, and then talked to an architect and shut that down, and went and looked at leasing space and shut that down. And while I'm going through all this process over the last roughly year and a half, building out Obsessed Garage, whatever the heck that is, you're just sort of figuring things out. figuring out what I want out of life. Not just the garage, but out of life. And I know this is going to get super deep and sappy here, but I'm just speaking, just telling you what's in my head. So there's this one community. It's about 5-6 minutes from here. It's the community we wanted to live in. There really aren't many places to live around here for young families. Everything is retiree specific. And we made that choice to live here, to be close to my office. The quality of life is much better than trying to commute in, even though there aren't as many like-minded people around. I'm gonna ditch this sponge after the front. These bugs are too nasty. And I'm just wiping here. I'm not buffing the crap out of the paint. Yeah, this sponge is toast. I don't want to be dragging bug guts over the rest of the car. There's probably some sharp stuff in there. It's one of the reasons why I have 10 of these sponges. In case I get lazy in the laundry, or I use a couple of them. I know some of you guys use sponge after sponge. I usually only use one, 2 buckets. So anyway, this community is gated, unlike the one we're in now. It's private. It's, which I don't really care all that much about. As you can see, I'm not all that private of a person. It's, the main thing is the gate, and then it's off the beaten path, or the kids can go run around. And so this house, this community we wanted to live in, but lots are a couple $100 grand. It's just sort of out of my league, out of my price range. And because to build a house like what we have in that community would cost a lot more, just because of the cost of the lot, other factors. There's on 2-3 acre lots, so just the cost of putting in septic and well and all that stuff is sort of cost prohibitive at this point in our lives. If I want to own nice cars and not have to penny pinch, we weren't going to be able to live there. So there's this one house there that it's like our house, like the house that I thought, and we know the people who own it, that I thought would never ever go up for sale. And my buddy, and I wrote this article on Obsessed Garage, my buddy was thinking about, he works with me, he was thinking about moving up here, and so I'm like, well, let me show you what's around. Moving up here from Orlando, and I pull up a search, and boom, Woodgate house shows up for sale, newly listed. Like, holy crap, Woodgate house is for sale. Now, we're not really in the market right now for a house, but again, I've been shopping and trying to figure out the next 15 years of my life, as I always do. Trying to figure out the philosophical question, what's enough for me? So what am I trying to accomplish here? When can I just relax and enjoy life? It should be now, but apparently it's not for me. And so the Woodgate house is for sale. I'm like, holy crap. Now I saw the price tag on it, I'm like, well, there's no freaking way that I can't swing that. I could swing it, but I don't want to swing it. I don't want to be house poor. And so, I was looking at the pictures, and I'm justifying, well, the way it's not really our style. There's a lot of wood, and it's very rustic, which is not our cup of tea. And then by the end of the day, I'd convinced myself, well, why don't we just go look at it? So I called my buddy, his aunt. This is a different buddy. His aunt, believe it or not, I do have a couple of friends. His aunt owns the house. So we set up he called her, and you know, we didn't even call the realtors or anything. I just went out. Michelle and I went out and looked at it. And when I first got out there, you know, we're looking at all the stuff. The house, you know, is real nice. And again, it's not really our style, but the layout is perfect. And, you know, all we gotta do is paint walls and things like that, and paint some of the trim, and it would be perfect. And the pool, the outdoor area, the entertainment area is just incredible. And so everything's checking the boxes, but I'm still thinking, yeah, we really can't afford this. At least we can't afford this and my GT3 and an M3. So, you know, in my mind, we can't afford this. And my wife's like, just sell the freaking car. So, you know, we're walking around the house, and my first question before I went to see it was, well, what's the garage space like? She goes, oh man, we have tons of garage space. So as we're searching around the house, the whole time I'm thinking, well, I can't wait to see this garage. Can't wait to see it. But I'm sort of perplexed. I'm like, oh, where? It's on 5 acres, the house. I'm like, well, where the heck is this garage? I don't see. I can't see it when I'm driving in. And we kept looking at room after room, and there's a porte-cochere, which is like a breezeway, and then there's like a man cave, which I'll turn into a home theater on, where the normal 2-car garage would be. And then we finally walk out back. She just points, there's the garage. Well, it's not a garage, it's a freaking barn. So I immediately dismissed it. I'm like, all right, we're not buying this house. So it's not really a barn. If you've seen pictures of it, just go to Obsessed Garage and look at my latest blog post. It's, you know, it's like in framed trusses and then, you know, sitting on poles. And so I go out there and start searching around it, and my wheels start turning. The thing as it stands right now is like 12 or 1,300 square feet space. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, all I gotta do is put walls on this thing. And screw garage condo, I got my garage right in my backyard. And I can make this as big or as small as I want. So now my wheels start turning. Now I'm on board. The only problem is, again, the price tag. So, and maintaining the grounds and all this crap. I'm like, this is gonna sound really snobbish, but, oh shoot, I never foamed the car, did I? Crap. Oh well. Old school wash. Sorry, you guys were yelling at me for not foaming the car while I'm sidetracked here. It'll be all right. Now I'm all thrown off. I knew I was missing something. Just blabbing on here and not actually getting the job done. So now my wheels start turning. So if any of you guys watch any of my stuff, you saw the GT3 went up for sale. This is all happening really fast. The GT3 goes up for sale. I sold it, believe it or not. Me and the guy came to an agreement, and we were just working on the specifics. So I sold the car. I was freaking out about it. Actually, I felt really good about it because I knew I'd get another one someday, and I'd have the garage of my dreams. Because the other thing that I've realized through this whole experience, through the last 1.5 years of my life, is it's not even as much about the cars for me. I love the cars, but it's more about the garage. So the garage is really the anchor of my obsession. And it's all the stuff that goes in the garage, and then, cars being the most important part of it. So, and I really don't want to be driving 20 minutes away from my house to go play in the garage. I want it to be in my backyard, or I want it to be attached to my house. And so I did some serious soul searching over a month or so, and listed the car for sale, sold it in 3 or 4 days. And then as we're working out the specifics, I finally started to started to get a little seller's remorse. And me and the guy buying my car, we're BFFs now. So yeah, we've become fast friends. I'm sure we'll be, he's in a different state, but I'm sure we'll be getting together in the future. He was a little nervous because the aftermarket stereo and the warranty, and I get it, and I was starting to have seller's remorse, and we sort of mutually decided, and he wants an RS as well, which are impossible to get. So we mutually decided that what we need to do is I need to keep the car. Now, yeah, buddy?
Mom needs help right now.
Right now? For what?
Because Kate did a poop through in her bed.
Kate did a poop through?
In her bed.
Oh shoot, I'll come help. All right, crisis averted. So we mutually decided I need to keep the car, and I decided, you know what, I'm cutting my own freaking grass. I can't get rid of this thing. I mean, you guys know that watch this crap how much I love that thing, almost to the point of too much. So I've decided I'll keep the car, and if I need to cut my own grass and clean my own pool, and which, again, this sounds really bad, but part of what I'm learning, I'm taking a business course, and part of what I'm learning is that I need to let go of things. I need to let go of control. And when that means when the sprinkler system breaks, you call somebody to get it fixed. Where I'll have a tendency to say, you know what, I'm just going to fix it myself, and then I get all stressed out when I would rather focus on what I enjoy doing. And so I don't enjoy cutting the grass, especially when it's 5 acres, for gosh sakes. But I tell you what, I'll make a lot of sacrifices to keep my GT3. And I'm sure many of you guys would too. So, I'd convince myself that, I'm 35, I'll get another one, I got plenty of time, and then I've just had some serious, like I said, serious seller's remorse. So anyway, we decided to keep the GT3. We're under contract. So we are, at some point in the not too distant future here, hopefully our house will sell. I don't know when or who's going to buy it or what the deal is, but I think the house is pretty nice, so hopefully someone will buy it. And we're under contract contingent the sale of our current home. The other people, the people who own the house we're buying, are they're not in any rush because they need to build the house anyway. So, or they're in the process of building a new house. So we got time, but we're under contract, and hopefully the longer the better for me. I can save some more money. So I'm on a self-imposed spending freeze. That's why I haven't been buying any cool stuff. Although the wheels are coming for this year shortly, that I ordered a long time ago. We were trying to get to fit the carbon ceramics, but that's really the only thing that I got coming. I got every detailing supply known to man, so I should be good there. I shouldn't need to buy any of that crap, at least for a while. There's lots of stuff I want to try, but I don't need to do that right away. So I'm gonna be working on the design of what I think is going to be the most epic garage of, beyond what I could have ever imagined or ever dreamed. So I'll take you guys along that process and sort of explain to you what that looks like. So let me blow the car off, and then I'll tell you about what I'm thinking on the garage.